I have a core memory of Giuliano.
Thank you.
That's cute.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's
Is
random.
that
one of
just-
my core memories?
Is that
So
on your phone or
random.
something or what?
No. This
It's
is
just a
I mean,
memory of me. Well,
No,
you've
we're-
grown up with him, so I'm not
we're
surprised.
brothers, so.
No, so we went ice skating yesterday. Veronica and I did.
Wait, are we start?
Let's just start now.
Okay.
We're starting now.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, there's no reason for us not to start.
Yeah, I
now.
know.
No.
Okay, so Veronica and I went ice skating yesterday, which that's a whole nother thing about just ice skating in general.
Yeah.
But one of the things I remember is, you know how there was always that one field trip day where we well, it wasn't really a field trip, just the whole school would go ice skating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Giuliano knows where I'm going
Yeah,
with this.
probably.
Giuliano and Robbie would, when we were going ice skating, they would like run on
Yeah.
their ice skates across
Oh, yeah.
and just slide across. And that's what I
Yeah.
think about every time I go ice skating.
That's really funny. Yeah, I
We
remember
started
that.
running.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Just cause like, ice skating. You don't need to.
Ice-
You don't need to slide. You don't need to skate. You can run. You
Yeah.
know?
Also, it can be pretty boring. Everyone just in circles.
There's
And
always
you
that
know-
one kid that's doing something stupid.
Skating backwards.
Yep. Okay.
like-
What else? You said that's a whole nother thing with ice skating.
Oh, just a nice one. Do you guys like ice skating?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. I don't hate it.
It's all right.
You have
I've-
anything against it?
I haven't gone since high school, probably.
Oh, okay. What about roller? What do you like? Roller skate? What do you like better, roller skating or ice skating?
Ice skating. I like
I don't-
ice skating better.
Maybe rollerblading. I don't think I have a preference.
Okay.
Because rollerblading is more boring to me because at least with ice skating it's like it's a whole thing, it's like, oh, it's winter time, it's Christmas, we can go out and do this thing, like it's
Hold on.
it's fun, like it's usually you're doing it with either a group of people or like just like you and Veronica or
Yeah.
it's like, but with rollerblading it's the same every time you go there. You just-
Rollerblading, they mix up more. They do couples and girls only, and they do the
well, yeah,
stick.
I mean,
You gotta whatever that's called,
Limbo.
limbo things.
I'm just saying the environment is the same every time.
I feel like if anything, rollerblading's more exciting.
I don't know. I
Dog.
think
I disagree.
Okay.
but- okay.
Anyway, I don't really have any. I guess I would say rollerblading because ice skating, I just look like I'm constipated when I'm ice skating.
Yeah, like your stiff legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
fair.
the way I ice skate because I'm not a professional. So
Hey,
That's fair.
none of us are.
some people are, you know.
Well, he's good at professional running.
Yeah.
We're running on ice now.
No,
That's
it
pretty
was
funny.
fun. We just did it yesterday with my work. So even though like only a couple employees showed up, so
That's funny.
That's cool.
but,
Anyways.
Very nice, very nice. Did you go downtown?
it was in Coeur d'Alene.
That was in Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene downtown, right where it's in the. I didn't know if they do this every year. I think it's new, as of like last year or a couple years ago, maybe. Where the pavilion is downtown in the big grassy area.
Yeah.
They have the ice skating rink there, like set up.
In
And
the
then
pavilion?
Yeah,
Hmm.
or not in the pavilion, but like right next to the pavilion, and then the pavilions like they have a couple stuff set up.
There
You're talking Coeur d'Alene or Spokane?
Coeur d'Alene,
Oh, Coeur d'Alene.
I
There's a
can picture it.
pavilion in Coeur d'Alene?
Yeah,
like
I don't know.
the big grassy area around the.
This by the hotel?
It's by the resort.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Oh,
next to the what's that hill
oh,
called?
I see.
I keep thinking Green Bluff. It's not called Green Bluff. It's called something else.
What's what called? Sorry.
It's that big next to that big kind of like hiking trail.
Oh,
hill.
Big play for Jamar Chase.
already? Dang.
Just 27 yards.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's like 2 point. That's
2.7
3 points.
points.
3 points.
Hey, that's more. I'll take it from Jamar.
Now his projection probably went up to 24.
Probably. Anyway, no, I was
That's
gonna
what
say
happens when
something.
we record on a Saturday.
I know.
Well,
Sorry,
not on a Saturday.
this-
During games.
This is during the fantasy football playoffs, so it's a big week for fantasy football.
some of us.
Yeah,
I'm coming for you, Mark.
yeah.
And we know you're listening and out there.
Yeah, yeah.
If
both
Vince
on
is
vibes.
listening, similar to last year, respect you, Vince. Good opponent.
He had a kid.
Did he?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So watch
Very
it.
nice. Well,
Careful.
He's. I played him.
Careful.
I knocked him out of the playoffs last year, and
Yeah.
and it was when I scored like a ton of points, and he
You
had
did
100.
something to him.
Yeah, and he
You
had
went and had a kid.
145, and I had 100 and something, and
Yeah.
it was brutal.
But then you went on to win the whole thing.
Yeah,
And now you guys meet again
and now we meet again in the playoffs.
in the wild card round.
Both.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I was gonna say something else
Or
about
it's
ice
divisional
skating.
round. Never mind.
I can't remember what it is though.
Yeah, I don't know where. I know the hill you're talking about. I can't remember what it's named.
Tubbs.
Oh,
Why did we know that at the same time?
wow, that was awesome.
Nice. Yes,
I think we had a moment there.
I
think we
go
did.
out on a date or something.
I need to step outside.
I need to calm down for a second. That was like we both had the moment of realization and
That
both
was
said
funny.
Because I thought Beacon, and then I was like, no, it's Tubbs. That's cool.
That's
Anyways,
pretty funny.
okay, nice.
Speaking of Beacon, we went out to Beacon afterwards. There's a bar called Beacon.
Nice.
Oh,
I haven't been to Coeur d'Alene in a minute.
hot minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, they do. It's a cool place to go when you live.
It's the only
Close to it.
downtown that I know that you can walk around and not be afraid of any homeless people.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Again, it's something else.
So you don't see people carrying blankets around.
Or
That's true. You don't really see a lot of
No.
really any homeless in Coeur d'Alene.
I feel so safe walking around
Yeah,
Coeur d'Alene at night.
It's crazy because they're 45 minutes away, but they are so different
yeah.
in
Oh,
that area.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, outside Target last night, there was a guy selling.
You went to
bracelets.
Target, dude.
We went to Total Wine.
There's a guy selling bracelets.
Yeah, he was outside like selling bracelets. And like a few days before that, my mom I think was telling us that they will like if you come out to your car or something and there's like a $5 bill or a $50 bill like on your car or by your car, don't pick it up because it's laced with fentanyl. And just touching it, you can overdose, I think. Or something like they'll track it. Like homeless people will plant it and then they can track it and then track you. And
They're homeless for a reason, okay? They can't track you. Not anything to track you with.
and then get more money from you.
That
So
is
I
pretty-
kind of botched that, but it's mostly true. The idea of it is
I don't
true.
know about tracking the fentanyl.
I don't know about tracking you, but I mean,
Not
But I
the-
would believe it if
It
like,
has something else in it, like
Yeah.
a tracking fentanyl device. Just kidding. But yeah, this guy was like selling bracelets, and my sister's like, they're probably all laced with fentanyl. I was like, probably.
Yeah. I would believe that. I've heard of stuff like that. Like if somebody throws an egg at your windshield while you're driving,
that means they hate
don't
you.
pull over or something like that, or like don't turn on your windshield wipers because then you won't be able to see. Like it doesn't clean
Oh,
it off,
yeah.
and then you'll have
Just
to
smears
pull
it.
over, and then they'll steal your
Attack
car.
you.
Huh.
Dude,
Jeez.
yeah. But
They're smart.
yeah,
Smarter than us. People that
Exactly.
own stuff.
yeah.
Anyways, welcome back to episode 15, I guess.
Yeah. Pat
It's only
guesses-
15. Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the number, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be
Episode
episode
15.
What's funny is I was just thinking about when you mentioned the Jamar Chase thing.
Mhm.
When we would record on Thursdays, like for the Rankaholics podcast,
Yeah.
and then we'd be like looking at the square, and then we'd be like, "Oh my gosh, this person just quit a big play."
following it constantly.
They scored a field goal,
Dang.
but
Dang it, I'm playing against Evan McPherson.
We were up at Chihuahua Casino yesterday, so we played some sports
Chihuahuas.
bets.
oh nice.
And
Did you play Cindy?
I did one. So I went there and I've been doing them for Thomas because you can do the bet ahead. You do
Oh,
it on
yeah.
your phone and it generates a code. So I go up and I put in his code, and I'm reading over, making sure it's good. But it gives you 24 hours before it expires, and he had done it like 22 hours before that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they changed the spread on the Broncos game. So I like called him and I was like, "Hey, is this good?" "Yeah, I'm good with it." "Okay." So then I go place bet, and then it was like unable to place it. So then you have to manually enter it. So I take a picture of it, I go through everything and redo it. And he'll do like 3 game spreads, and then on the Niners game, do like a parlay on them, like
Oh, yeah.
Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Brock Purdy.
Is
each
he a
doing
49ers
something.
fan?
Yeah.
he is.
that's-
He
Oh
is.
my
I don't
gosh.
think I never knew that.
Yeah.
Lame.
So I like went and redid all that. So it took a while. And then I was like, okay, now I got to do my bet. And I had not thought about it. So I'm looking through the games, and it's right on the other side of the cashier counter. And like 2 employees come out, and the lady like walks right by me. She was like, "Hey, how's it going?" I was like, "Good. How are you?" She's like, "Good." And like kind of looked back, like making a point. And I was like, is she like thinks I'm a heavy gambler and like this guy's been here a while? I just want to check on him, just like, hey.
he just bet
Probably.
a 32 game parlay.
And I was telling my brother, and he's like, "Oh, they've seen worse." There was a guy there with an envelope, and he'll like go up and he does a bet and he puts it in the envelope, then looks at his phone, does another one, puts it in the envelope, and
Dang.
like then you'll see people just sitting there at the casino just watching all the screens with the games, and then like something will happen and they'll pull it out and then go up and cash it out or whatever. You know, like
Dang.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm
heavy.
sure across the United States there are so many.
so much gambling.
I wish.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, do you think if we could gamble, like, because in some states you can just do it on your phone.
Yeah.
Like even on Sleeper, we could if we were in a state that was
Yeah, exactly.
legal, then we could do it on our phone. Do you think you guys would be into it
Probably
Yeah.
not like deeply into it, but I would probably make a few bets.
every week?
I'd be into it.
I'd
a lot
probably make
more.
like a few $500 bets.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a lot of bets, but they would be big
No,
money.
I would only do the ones where you can do like they'd be the most insane, where you bet like $5 and win like 100,000 or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
I would
That
only-
has to
like
be-
a massive parlay.
I would only do those bets.
yeah, but then by the time you win anything, it's like you spent $100 on $5
Exactly.
bets.
My brother has like he'll look them up and just like kind of see, and so he did one that was $200,000 off of $2, and it was like I think every single game one of the players like the over on their rushing or receiving or something like that. He just went through every game, but you know the reason the odds are so high is because one guy messes it up, or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know. Cortland Sutton gets injured and doesn't play the rest of the game, and he only gets 40 receiving yards, and his over was 46 and a half.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
like-
yeah.
Ah,
It's
that
same
messes
as, like,
up the whole thing.
Same thing with fantasy too. I mean,
Yeah.
the thing about that too, though, you have fantasy, and then you're also doing betting. Then that's like way too much, because then you might. I don't know if I would do it that much.
Like being in 3 leagues is enough for me.
I wouldn't be like, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't make it a huge thing, but I'd probably throw like a $5 bet down.
I
or
think I would
something
bet more
like
on
that.
NBA games.
Oh, really? I don't know
Man,
anything about
I don't know
NBA, so I
anything
wouldn't.
about them.
But it's so easy because you're like, oh, 12.5 points. Okay. Or like 5
That's-
rebounds.
I mean,
Well,
it's the
you could
same
do
in
the same thing with football, yeah.
True, but I think, I don't know. I think basketball might be a little easier, maybe.
Quinn South did a parlay, and it was NBA, and it was like 3 or 4 things, and he would have won, you know, like $50 or $60. I don't know how much. And one guy's like over on points was 12.5, and he only had 12. And that was the only thing he didn't get, and so he, you know, didn't get it.
Yeah, parlays
But it was
are
like,
tough.
and I was like, sometimes you see the lines they set after the game, and they're so good because, like,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Christian McCaffrey or George Kittle, like receiving yards, and they get right there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
sometimes they are half a yard short or 2 yards short. And it's
Literally.
like, man,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
crazy.
so some of these like parlays that you see online that people win $100,000 or something like that, like you see the what they bet on, and it's like a Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown, a
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown,
Uh-huh.
like AJ Brown touchdown, and it's like I would make that bet. How
Yeah.
how is that?
But that's
not
not
Yeah.
to get you.
You know,
But the thing is, like, if you looked up like a Tyreek Hill anytime touchdown, just that, if you put $5, you'd win like 5.5.
well, yeah, but if you did parlays,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking
Like,
about. It's
okay,
like
so
the-
last weekend I did Christian McCaffrey anytime touchdown, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Hurts, and one other guy that always scores. I can't remember. And like Jalen Hurts didn't get his, Tyreek didn't get his because that was the game where he didn't play a lot,
oh yeah,
and Christian McCaffrey didn't get his. Like I only got one of them, and I was like, they're all like
Get a touchdown.
guaranteed, almost
Yeah.
guaranteed to get a touchdown. And then like 1 week, none of them got it.
yeah,
You know,
that's yeah.
It's
Jeez.
true. Sometimes, but
You would probably would have won more if you bet that they didn't get a
Right.
touchdown.
yeah, that's true.
no
Actually,
kidding. Which I don't think there's bets for that. Like there's sometimes. You know, like,
No,
oh man,
it'd
if
be-
I could place a bet that the Raiders scored 60 points, you
Oh,
put
man.
$2 down, you would have won
Probably
$100,000.
ton.
But there's no
Yeah.
bet for that. You know, like I don't know.
you
I
can
find
do like, I'm sure you can do like Christian McCaffrey like under one touchdown or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think you
Like,
can
Well,
do that.
his line is probably like
half.
it might be half or 1.5. If it's half, then you have to go over. Well, yeah, you could go under. I guess
That'd be technically going under, which means you to get 0.
0. Yeah.
But speaking of placing bets, though, if you're gonna be at the casino, the Chihuahua Casino one, on the Super Bowl, I'm gonna need you to play some bets for Jordan and I.
Yeah.
So
I'll let
we
you
did
know
it
where
last
we
year.
are.
yeah, it's because this year we want to do
Spokane Tribe, honestly.
prop bets instead of
Yeah.
like just the
What's the difference?
main- what? Well, there's not many. The prop bets are the ones that are like you can do the how many receiving yards or how many touchdowns or how many like the Gatorade color
Oh,
or something
yeah.
like that. Whereas
Are you talking for the Super Bowl?
whereas like the ones that we did, we could only bet on who would be the winner and what the over under is.
Gotcha. Which casino did you go to?
I don't remember which one it was.
Airway Heights?
Yeah, it was on Airway. It was I don't
Either
know.
Northern Quest or
Yeah, I think it was
Spokane
Northern
Tribe.
Quest. But yeah, we want to do prop bets this year, so
How much are you gonna spend this year on bets? How much
I
are you
want to
gonna
wait till the
bet?
Super Bowl. I'm gonna wait till the week of and then decide what the.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Well,
It's,
What's your-
it's
what's
on my
your- what's
birthday,
your
so I might
cap?
have some birthday luck. So
What's your cap? What do you like? I'm not going over betting $50 or something like that. Like,
oh,
That's
I don't
a
know.
lot.
I might do $50 to be honest.
True. Jeez.
It's my birthday, so
Yeah, that's fair.
if I win, then it's like, oh, I paid myself and more.
And if not, then you're like,
I
this
spent
is the
$50.
worst birthday ever.
No, it's still fun.
miserable.
The only reason we didn't like last year we got the over right. We just didn't get the winner right.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Speaking of bets, like Selena and I want to do like a place. We want to find a place where you can bet, or not necessarily bet, but just guess what the gender of the baby is, and like take a poll that basically.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. And so we want to try and figure that out, but I don't know how we would. And besides, like, I don't know, Instagram or something like that. But
Have you guys heard of this? There's this thing. So Veronica's sister-in-law is due, I think, in March or April or something like that. And apparently, if you like have two pillows and there's a spoon and a fork, or whatever, and then she doesn't know which one's under which. If she sits on the fork, I think it's like a girl, or and then sits on the spoon, it's like a boy.
the heck,
Yeah,
that's funny.
but it's like they don't know where because it's underneath the pillow or
Mhm.
two pillows. So then
Uh-huh.
she like sat on it, and we're
Try
like,
it
oh,
with Celine
it's gonna be a
without
girl.
telling
We
her.
should try it.
yeah, without telling her.
Well, yeah, you're not supposed to tell her. Oh, just randomly, just
Yeah.
like have her sit on the pillow.
Sit on one of these pillows.
No, sit on this pillow. And just has a.
She
spoon
does sit
there.
on pillows a lot.
And
'Cause
then-
it's more comfortable. Actually, no, she puts a pillow behind her. She doesn't
Yeah.
sit on the pillow.
I did that too. Could I be pregnant?
You might
Yeah,
be.
I think you are.
I would check.
Congratulations, Pat.
Thanks, guys. Premature.
That's
Congratulations.
pregnant. But
Anyway, what else we gotta talk about?
well, we have the baby thing, the guessing
Oh,
the
yeah,
baby
yeah,
size,
yeah.
but I forgot to grab it from Celine, so I'm gonna text her right now.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
I had a few instances downtown. Not instances. That's bold to say.
Incidents.
No, just a few funny things. I was like, you know how, I mean, people always try to cross the street, not at crosswalks. And it's,
Oh yeah, it's so annoying.
I hate it because all the traffic stops and it's like, you don't have to stop for them. They're not at a crosswalk. But I was
mean,
like,
technically, if you don't want to kill someone,
I mean, if they're standing on the side and like waiting, it's like
True.
they don't have the
Technically, no,
right,
they don't,
you know. If
yeah.
it's a crosswalk, yeah. But I was driving home from work, I think, and going by school, and this little kid, like these two kids were on the side, and I stopped, and like the kid was probably like 8 or so, but was like, "No, go!" and like waving his hand like crazy at me, like he was mad at me for stopping.
yeah.
And like I kind of got offended. I was like, "Okay, sorry," and like started driving. And then the car behind me did the same thing. And the kid was just waving like, "Go, no!"
That is pretty
I was
funny.
like, "Okay, sorry for trying to let you." I don't know what they were doing. Honestly,
Yeah.
they might have been waiting for someone else.
Oh,
but
maybe.
yeah, I was like, "Okay," little kid just
Sorry,
kind
I
of
stopped.
offended me.
that's something with like some other that I've experienced. Not with that, but it's like trusting other people that are like, when when I leave work, I have to turn left at the end to go to the street, but traffic's coming this way.
Yeah.
Traffic's coming from both ways, and so it's right at the end of a street. And so when it gets full, this is on Pines. So when it gets full, sometimes like the cars will leave you space to like leave if you take a left.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
there's
yeah.
always the car that's closest to me. Sometimes they'll be like, okay, you can go.
Yep.
But there's been a couple times where I'll go and there was a car oncoming, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well,
so,
Yeah, you can't trust
no,
the people.
I'm like,
waiting for you on.
I've learned to just be like, I don't care if they're waving me on to go. I'm not going because
Yeah.
the car in the other lane sometimes they're like still going,
Yep.
Oh yeah.
or then sometimes they tell me to go, but then there's cars coming from this way, and it's
Yeah.
like, what are you doing?
I feel like they're only saying go because like they're letting you in, but then the other half is your problem. Like,
Yeah.
to make sure that's still clear.
Yeah.
But I've been in that situation where I'm like looking in my mirror at the traffic and I'm like, okay, go, it's clear. And
Yeah.
obviously like they won't
Yeah.
trust you. or
Not
they don't
everybody's
know.
like that though.
But
Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm gonna go when I am most comfortable.
When I'm ready.
And,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
when I'm ready, and just stay there all day.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
Literally. No, so I just got my winter tires on,
Mm.
my studded snow tires, and so I bought these snow tires from Discount Tire, and I wanted studded snow tires, so I was like, okay, like you guys can stud them. Let me know when they're done. They're like, okay, we'll give you a call. It should take 1 to 2 days, and then so 2 days later, I call them. I'm like, hey, just checking in. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're fourth in line. It should be done, like, by the end of the week or whatever.
Jeez.
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, no problem.
Hmm.
Waited till the end of the week. Didn't get a call or anything. So that Monday or the next Monday, give them a call. And I'm like, hey, I, like, got snow tire. Or, yeah, I bought snow tires. Waiting for you guys to give me a call. They're like, oh, yeah. So sorry, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're not done yet, but we'll give you a call. They should be done like sometime in the following week. So I waited, nothing, or whatever.
The following week.
Or like in
That's
the
insane.
week, and so I just like, yeah. Anyway,
Just didn't get your car back. You're like, they can just have
well,
it.
they had they had my car. They didn't have my car. They just had the tires.
Okay.
They just had the tires that they were studying and whatever. But like, so luckily it didn't snow or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't the biggest deal. But there was a couple days where it was kind of icy on the ground and stuff like that. And there's actually a couple days where it did snow, but it didn't really stick.
Yeah.
Not a problem. But it took them like over 2 weeks for them to stud these tires. I called them multiple times and stuff, and like I was buying brand new tires from them and whatnot, and like I was just frustrated with them at that point. Anyway,
They had to look up how to do it. They're like, how to stud
Literally.
tires. I've never
Like,
done this.
I get my tires back, or I get my tires. I put the tire, or they put the tires on. Next day, tire completely flat.
Wow.
Yeah, and so
wow.
I gave him a call. Like, and it wasn't flat when I was driving to work in the morning, but I got to work and it was completely flat. So I think it had a leak in it. The stem had a leak, the air stem or whatever it's called. Anyway, so I had to fill it up, and then Celine swapped cars with me during work, and then she went and took it in, and they
Dang.
fixed the tire. But I was kind of mad at Discount Tire. Not the greatest.
Just let them know.
That they're, yeah, I mean, I didn't like yell at them or anything, but I was like, look, this is taking like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
You said 1 to 2 days.
yeah, I was told 1 to 2 days, blah, blah, blah. And then, so while I was in there, waiting for them to mount my tires and whatnot, I saw Kevin Vogel. He was in there too. And we talked for a while. But anyway, before Kevin got in there was this guy that was in there, and I think he'd been waiting a while. And someone came to him and was like, hey, my guy should be here in like 15 to 20 minutes with your other tire, and like, I'm sorry for the wait. And the guy was like, you need to make sure you have the ingredients before you like start baking or whatever. Like, said something like that, because apparently they didn't have a tire for him
Jeez.
and stuff when they said they did and whatnot. But not the greatest showing by
Yeah.
Discount Tire.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, they're swamped this time.
That-
of
oh
year.
yeah, they are
yeah.
swamped. They are swamped, but they
You
need
got-
to be more
I
organized.
feel like they could have someone whose position was just to like manage this. Like, okay, this person dropped their car off a week ago. Like,
Oh yeah,
we need to focus on that, and these people that are getting out in a day, like, put them aside, or whatever.
Yeah,
Someone
be
to
fair-
manage that.
To be fair, they probably get a lot of people who like wait till the last minute to do it, and then they get their impatient. So like 1 minute, even if it's a minor slip up, like this is pretty major what you experience. But like one minor slip up, and they're like sets off the person.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
yeah.
sure. Yeah.
So when really it's like on the other person to be like, okay, you gotta do it ahead of time because
Yeah.
you know there's gonna be a rush.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this
I
time
mean,
of year.
they were pretty slammed and whatnot, but
This is the
mean,
time when they're
so-
working like 16-hour days.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
It
It's
seemed like a
crazy.
lot of people in that waiting room were pretty mad though.
Yeah, right.
Because there was like, I don't know, something going on. But yeah, I mean, they are slammed and stuff. But anyway, that was my
Jeez.
winter tire take,
I
my Discount Tire take.
I was walking downtown and had like a little brain fart. I walked around the corner of a building, and a really old couple. Like, how are you guys still alive? Old couple. No, they like walked around the corner, and
Time to end your
like
life.
startled me, and I was expecting them to say "excuse us" because there was more than one of them, but she said "excuse me." So then, for some reason, my brain, instead of saying "excuse me," said "excuse us."
Excuse us.
And she says, excuse me. And my brain was just like, that's not right. Excuse us. And I was like, wait, I'm one person. And I was like, what am I doing?
crazy.
And just walked away.
That's pretty funny.
It was just funny because, like, I didn't even control it. It was like
Yeah.
my brain just blurted it out. And I was like, what are you doing?
Dude, speaking of like kind of embarrassing things, the most like embarrassing thing is when someone is talking on the phone and you don't realize it and think they're talking to you, and then you start talking to them and then you're like, oh shoot, they're not talking. Like, yeah, it's just the worst feeling.
Do you, okay, so you wear AirPods at work?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. And I assume like you'll be on the phone sometimes.
I mean, every once in a while, yeah.
Okay.
This more happens to me
Okay.
than like I'm the one on the phone. I'm more the one thinking
Yeah.
someone's talking to me and they're really on the
Yeah,
phone.
yeah. So like I wear an AirPod at work, and usually I listen to music, but sometimes for work we'll call because like we're aiming cameras or whatever, and we're in two different areas, so we're like on the phone talking. And so we were at this big. They're building like a new trampoline park. Actually, it's gonna be really cool. It's on right where you live and we used to live on Mansfield, in between Argonne and Pines. It looks. You used to drive by and it would look like a big styrofoam building, and it's the way they insulated it.
They're building
But-
a trampoline park.
Yeah, there's a place that already exists there, I think called Jump 360, and they
Oh,
like
yeah.
rent out stuff. But this place is gonna have like a VR arcade, like some type of mini bowling or something, a Ninja
Oh,
Warrior, a ropes course, Ninja Warrior
Oh,
course,
that'll be cool.
a spin zone. I don't know really what that'll be. Laser tag, all this, but it looks pretty
Dang,
cool.
That
That
sounds
sounds
cool.
pretty sweet. This
so-
is a big building, man.
It's
Alright, going.
huge. So we've been working a lot there. We're doing all this stuff, but I'm excited for when it opens to
Yeah.
go and see it. But we were working there, and like I'm up in a lift pulling wire, so I was on the phone with my brother, and we were on the phone for like 2 hours because we were just like talking back and forth, doing all this. And then at one point, like we were doing our own thing, and he was like, "Wait, are we still on the phone?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, he's like, "It's been like 2 hours. I didn't realize." He's like, "Was I talking to myself?" And I was like, "No." I should have been like, "Yeah, you're saying some weird stuff."
That's funny.
But he's like, I just completely I didn't realize we were still on the phone. And he was saying like our other coworker will have an earbud and he wears it all the time, and he'll like call my brother and then just like keep working because his hands are free, whatever.
Yeah.
And so there was one time like he called him on his way home from work, and then like my brother was just like still on the phone, and he hears him like go in the house, and he's like, "Oh, hey kids, how's it going?" And then he's like talking to she was crying all day, and like talking to his wife,
Oh,
and like,
that's
"How was
funny.
your day?" And then he hears him like in the bathroom,
Ew.
and and he
Oh my
was just
gosh.
like waiting, and then I think like some NFL update came through, and my brother was like, "Oh, they just fired this guy," and he was like, "Wait, Chris, are you still there?" He's like, "Yeah, what's up?" He's like, "I didn't know you were still on the phone."
That is so funny.
And he just like he'll just you don't when
That
you're on
is
the
pretty
phone like
funny.
holding your phone, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
But if you have an earbud and you like wear it all the time,
Yeah.
whatever, you just don't. And
I
it's-
can see how that would happen.
I'm like, that's hilarious.
Because like when I used to work at the post office, we would be on the phone with each other for like
Yeah.
8 hours or whatever
Yep.
and stuff. And so it's like sometimes it's just quiet. And
Yeah.
you don't that never
Exactly.
happened to me, but I could see how that would happen.
And then you hear a noise and you're like, is that in my environment?
Yeah,
or theirs?
exactly. Yeah. It'd be really annoying sometimes. There'd be a dog barking like on the other person.
You're like, what?
I'm like, is that near me? But that's pretty wild.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
I
of
don't, know how
funny.
that, I don't know how that happens to you guys, because I don't know if that could happen to
It's
me.
never happened to me where I forget
yeah.
I'm on the phone. I
Yeah.
don't think it has.
Right.
But
yeah, I could see how it would happen.
yeah, because I wear AirPods all the time, but I don't make calls all the time.
Yeah.
But I can see it.
That is pretty funny. I got the baby sizes from Celine.
All right.
Okay, by the way, it was Ty Chandler that scored touchdown, so
For
Ty Chandler.
the
scored?
Vikings.
Oh, nice.
He's the one taking over for Alexander Masson because Masson's out.
yeah.
I picked him up in a couple leagues and played him.
Justin Jefferson has 2 points, 2.7 points, and Jamar Chase has 3.5. Both are. It's pretty similar.
You have both of them?
No, Justin Jefferson has, or Vince has them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty similar because both of them have backup quarterbacks,
Yep.
and they're both like really good wide receivers.
Yeah.
So kind of similar situation, whatnot.
Mhm.
So
Justin Jefferson's playing. Finally.
Yeah, Justin
Last
just
week
got
was
hurt.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a nasty hit.
Went to the hospital.
Yeah.
Chest injury, like that's scary.
Well, did you see the hit that he took?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't see it. No.
bad. He was like in the air and then got pounded
Yeah,
like
around
on
the,
his.
on the rib or something.
Dang, brutal.
Yep. It's
Um,
yeah, it's scary.
Anyway, you can close that door, John Luca.
Oh, okay.
Just kind of
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can reach.
nice.
It's kind of like when you're swimming and you don't realize you can reach the bottom until you're like, and you're like, oh wait, I can reach
You're
here.
like
You're like
reaching.
swimming, you're like straight. And then
Oh,
you
it's
put your
right
foot
there.
down, you're like, oh wait.
That's pretty funny. Okay. She's at 31 weeks.
31 of 40, so
Of
that's
40.
like 77%,
Yeah.
78.
40 weeks.
I thought it was Oh, that's right.
It's
For some
a
reason I
year.
was thinking of 52.
It's a year.
I know.
You see you with us still?
Okay, we're just gonna do the animal.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me think. Here.
Last week, what was it?
Yeah.
That will help the most.
Was it a rabbit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, I think it was a rabbit.
I'm going to say a rabbit that's 2 weeks older.
Wow.
How close?
What's bigger than a rabbit?
There's nothing,
It's
honestly.
not your
There's nothing
everyday.
bigger than
It's
a
not your
rabbit.
everyday animal. I'll say it spends some time in the water.
Armadillo. I was
Spend
already
some-
going to say that before you said the water thing.
Spend some time.
Turtle.
A seal.
No, but you're closer with the seal.
I feel like I know what it is, but I just don't know what it's called.
Orca whale. No, can't be.
Starts with the letter
W.
O.
Octopus.
Walrus.
Octopus.
Were you
Orangutan.
thinking of
Octopus.
walrus?
No.
Octopus.
So
No.
is it wombat.
It spends some time in the water.
A wombat.
What's a
I
wombat?
don't
A
know.
wombat.
A
Starts with an O.
Oh, it starts with an O. Why did I keep thinking W?
Oh.
I like was stuck on the
wombat.
Elephant.
octopus.
I already
Baby
said that.
octopus. Oh,
No,
you already said
I
that?
know.
Shoot.
Spends some time in the water.
Jeez. I can't think of water animals that start with an O.
I just can't think of anything that starts with an
I can't do that either.
I couldn't guess it either.
O. Okay, just tell
It's
us.
an otter.
Oh.
Oh.
I was close with this.
I
Yeah,
coulda
now I
guessed.
see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a
Okay,
baby
well, if
zoo.
you had said that,
If I had said it was in the water sometimes, then it was kind
you
of
said
like
it
a
rhymed
baby
with
if you
seal.
said it
water.
was like almost a beaver but rhymed with
If
splatter,
you had said it right, or no, if you had said
We
it,
would've
it
got
was,
it.
is sometimes in the water and it rhymes with water, then
Funny.
then I would have guessed otter. But
The other categories, there's fruits and vegetables. I don't know if you
isn't
guys
there
want to do that
pastries
one.
one?
Pastries is one, but I don't even know what this
what
is or how to
kind
say
of
it.
pastry is that big? That can't be.
I'll
How
tell
big
you.
is an otter? I thought otters were like this big. There's no
Yeah.
way.
So these categories. Last week's for the fun and games. Last week it was a bicycle helmet.
Oh, did we
Jeez.
do that last week or last time?
No, we
Oh,
didn't.
okay. All right, wait.
I
Hold
don't
on.
think
So what
so.
category are we doing this time? Or
Oh,
fruits and veggies?
this category can be fun and games.
Are we gonna know what it is?
Yeah.
I mean,
Are we
I'll
gonna
give you a
guess
couple-
it?
it's sold at a stadium. That's the hint Celine gave me.
A glove.
Popcorn tub.
A glove?
Oh.
No, it's not
Baseball
a glove.
glove?
Yeah. Oh, those are those really sold at the baseball stadiums? I
I'm
feel like
sure.
maybe.
I'm sure.
What
Two
else?
words.
Slushy.
Could be one word.
Slushy.
Ice
know.
cream cone.
An ice cream. It's
One
probably
word.
I know.
it's probably yay big.
Yay, big.
Yay,
Baseball
yay
bat.
big.
One of those little vintage
No.
souvenir.
Wait, that's huge.
What?
It's
Sport.
Maybe not yay, but
What
maybe
sport?
That's
yay.
that
It's
baby is
probably
ready
like-
to come out, Juliano.
It's probably yay big.
Celine.
It's probably yay big.
Okay.
What sport?
Any sport really.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So is it okay? Is it food and drink?
It's not a food or a drink.
Is it a
Okay.
tub?
It's
Like
a
what
fun
the
and
thing
games.
says-
No.
Oh, okay.
Is it sold at a stadium?
Yeah.
Jersey,
No.
hat,
A whole jersey.
Oh.
crumpled up.
A jersey folded up to look like a baby.
Folded up the size of a baby.
I have no clue.
It starts with an F. It's kind of
Fan?
like a double F.
Fan.
Falafel.
It's like a faux.
Folding
foam
chair.
finger.
Foam finger.
Nice.
Man, first try.
I'm so good.
First try, 2 minutes later.
Yeah. And then so there's other categories. Fruits and vegetables is a romaine lettuce head.
Foam fingers are this big.
Those are, I mean,
Uh,
they can be big.
They can be
Because
smaller.
everyone I've
I
seen
bet
has
a
been big.
cheese head would have been a more accurate depiction.
I don't even know what that is.
Head.
A cheese head, like
Yeah.
a package
Oh.
of cheese.
Oh, those things are huge.
Are they?
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
of
yeah,
them.
that's true. Never mind.
Twice the
You're
size
right.
of the head.
And then croquet boucher.
Is that the pastry?
That's the pastry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
interesting.
that's baby sizes for you.
There's a couple things. So I don't know if this was something you guys would want to do. I'm bringing it up on the podcast. I bought this app. This is when we were doing trivia.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
This is when we were doing trivia the other day, and we were just sitting
Oh,
there.
are you gonna do trivia right now?
I have Dunder Mifflin trivia.
Oh yeah,
You
hit us
wanna
up
do
with some,
Dun-
dude.
You want to do some Dunder Mifflin trivia?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay. All right. You ready? We're
Yeah.
gonna start. You have 30 seconds to answer. Okay.
30 seconds. Are we working as a team or are we?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me start over.
Did you say croquet boucher?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Whoa.
That's a giant tree. That looks good.
That does look really good. Dang.
I bought this for
Dang.
99 cents.
Oh.
So,
The app?
yeah.
Was
Worth
it
it.
worth it?
Dang. He
Maybe.
put a lot of money in this podcast.
Okay.
It's dedication.
All right. All right. First question. If it'd pop up. All right. How many rules do Shroot boys need to memorize before the age of 5? 40, 25, 100, or 33?
100.
Yeah, I'm guessing 100.
Nope. The answer is 40.
That's dumb.
All right.
Get
In
a
the
new
New
app.
Guys episode, Andy returns from what manager training program?
Anger management.
Hold on. It says Udemy, Outward Bound,
Oh.
Forbes, or Tony Robbins.
Wait. And then, say that again. The question.
Returns from what manager training program? And
Oh,
Andy
manager.
returns from what? Outward Bound, Forms, Tony Robbins, or Udemy? I don't even know
Forms?
this
Did
one.
you say forms?
Forbes.
Forbes.
Yep,
I'm going to
so-
say one of the first two. I don't
I'm
know
gonna
what
say
they were.
Forbes.
Oh, it went away. Never mind. Okay.
Oh.
They
Oh
didn't
my.
pick. Who attempts to seduce Donna in the season 6 episode The Cover Up at her gym? Roy, Dwight, Jim, or Michael?
Dwight.
Dwight.
Yep. Which two characters get married in the season finale?
Dwight and Angela.
Okay. What is Dwight's Second Life avatar's profession?
Paper
same-
salesman.
Yeah.
What is the group Dwight is a part of that is sworn to keep the community safe? Night
Knights of-
Watchmen, the Knights of the Night.
Knights of the Night.
Knights of the Night.
Yep.
You were right. You were right.
That's funny.
Where does Michael conduct a Men in the Workplace seminar? Shroot Farms, Poor Richards, The Warehouse,
Warehouse.
or Chili's? Okay. Who is the safety officer and leader of the party planning committee? Pam,
Yes.
Dwight, Kelly, Angela.
Angela.
It was actually Pam
Wait.
at one point, and
Wait, what
and
was
it
the question?
Who is the safety officer and leader of the party planning committee?
Safety officer. Oh, Angela. But it was like,
It was.
it was Phyllis at one point.
I think I'm gonna guess Pam.
You were wrong. It was Angela.
Well,
The obvious answer.
All right. Karen becomes the regional manager at which branch?
Utica.
Utica.
In The Client, what significant event happens between Michael and Jan at the end? They cry together, they kiss, they dance, they break up.
The kiss?
And
The,
the
client, so this is where they go to Chili's.
The kiss.
No, they kiss. Yeah.
In Golden Ticket, what do the Golden Tickets offer to the clients? 10% discount, free toner, 30% discount, or free delivery?
30%?
I think it's 10.
I would have guessed like 50, but
it's
that's not
10%.
right.
10? Okay, we're going to go 10. Yep, 10.
Nice.
Who said there are two things I am passionate about, recycling and revenge? Michael, Ryan, Andy, or Dwight?
Probably Dwight.
What were the options?
Michael, Ryan, Andy, or Dwight?
Dwight.
Oh, no, never mind. It's Andy. Recycling and revenge.
What
Oh,
is
cycling. Okay.
Recycling? No,
Recycling.
recycling.
Recycle. Oh.
I thought it was remember when Dwight comes in dressed as
Recyclops.
like the Recyclops,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I thought it was going to be
Hmm.
Dwight. Interesting.
Wow.
All right, we'll
They
do one
duped
more.
us.
We'll do a couple more. Where does Jim say that they can find Gaydar? Chili's, Sharper Image,
Sharper
Trader
Image.
Joe's? Okay. In season 2, the Dundies, who is revealed to have written the graffiti about Michael in the ladies' room? Pam, Angela, Kelly, or Aaron?
In the ladies' room.
Probably Pam.
No, I'm going to say, what did we again?
Pam, Angela, Kelly, or Aaron?
Angela, Kelly, or Aaron. Kelly.
You think it's Kelly?
I think it's Pam.
Angela.
Well, shit, I don't know where to go. I'm just gonna, it's Pam.
Nice.
In Dream Team, where do they meet with Michael's Nana to pitch her for an investment? Nursing home, Chili's, Poor Richards, pub,
Nursing
or casino?
home.
Yeah. What does Creed say Roy attacked Jim with? a switchblade, a baseball bat, a sock filled with nickels, a
I
handgun.
think it's a
Sock filled with nickels.
Yeah. Jim discovers a listening device and a gift from Dwight and uses it
And
to pull various pranks.
The
What is
duck.
it?
Mallard.
Wooden mallard, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what the question
Oh, what was Michael and Jan's safe word? A candle, foliage, buttercup.
Foliage.
Yeah. Who started the fire?
Ryan.
Ryan.
What was Roy's last name? Anderson, Smith, Flenderson, or Vance?
Anderson.
What was Michael cooking on his George Foreman grill when he got
Bacon. Dang.
Who does Michael call for permission to propose to Holly? Her father, David, Jan, or Carol?
I think it's Carol. It's Jan or
Oh,
Carol?
yeah, it's Carol.
I think.
Wait, is it? I think so.
Read the question again.
Who does Michael call for permission to propose to Holly? Her father, David, Jan, or Carol?
Jan.
It might be David.
Might be Jan.
Oh, you got 7 seconds.
Go Jan.
It was her father. I knew that.
What? Nobody does
That was my first
No,
thought,
remember
but
he has dementia?
Well, that was my first thought, but then he also calls one of them for some reason. He calls Carol, and like
no, you're thinking because you're
I'm
thinking of a
thinking of
different
when-
episode when
yeah.
he has when he's talking about the past relationships or like did I
or the poker night where he's like, okay, well,
brings both of the
Yeah, he-
Jan and Carol.
well, and there's
Land
something.
Jefferson is here.
There's some episode where he asks one of them. He's like, well, can I go out with her instead or something? And she's like, no. I think when he's dating Carol, he asks if he can
Jan.
see Jan or something.
Or something like that.
I can't
Yeah.
remember the context. Dominique, Sam, someone help me out.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
That's pretty fun.
All right, that'll be the last one. I thought that'd be fun to do.
Yeah, that
Dang.
was fun.
Worth
cool.
the 99 cents for sure.
Right.
Are there any other categories on there? Or is it just the
No,
office?
I think it's pretty. No, this is just the office. I do have heads up. Oh, but we don't. I don't think we want to do that on.
Speaking of apps, I downloaded that Yuka app, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
was on a scan and roll. I was just
Oh,
scanning
yeah?
so much stuff. It's interesting because a lot of stuff's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I would just go around our kitchen like scanning stuff, and I'm like, stay away from these, and stuff that like just changes people's. Oh, some stuff doesn't have a barcode, which is
Yeah.
annoying.
Did you scan these things that you brought?
No, I didn't.
That one doesn't have a barcode.
Oh, I did scan the
sure?
the
Purple one?
Costco
The
one.
purple one might.
This one does, and I scanned it. It's the Costco protein bar.
Oh, you're right.
It was like 60 out of 100.
That's yeah.
Why is yours?
It's got some additives.
60 out of 100.
Yeah. There were some things where I scanned my shampoo, and that was pretty high.
What was it?
Pretty
It
good for you.
was. Yeah, where is it? Because it has the history.
Oh, nice.
Well, I scanned some stuff.
It said
recently.
excellent. 93 out of 100.
Oh,
There you
nice.
go.
That's good for a shampoo.
Right?
I scanned my what is it called? The rinse for after you brush your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100 out of 100.
Dang.
Nice.
Is it just water?
No,
What kind of rinse
it's
is it?
called Healthy Gun. It's a TheraBreath.
That looks healthy.
I've been using it for a while.
I tried to scan a seltzer, and it said, Yuka does not rate alcohol, but you already know what you're doing.
That's funny.
I scanned some pomades like for your hair.
Oh yeah.
0 out of 100.
Yeah, there's some of them that are pretty bad.
It's interesting because, like, I'll scan stuff that, like, you think is pretty good. It's like the Chike protein.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, this still contains stuff that's bad.
yeah.
Like the Celsius drinks.
Mm.
I thought those were really good, and they still contain,
I scanned one too.
what's the stuff that, like, is in every energy drink that's bad?
Let's see.
Sucralose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm. Yeah.
Which I didn't know they had. Because that's in, like, Monsters and
Mhm.
Red Bulls, everything, which are horrible.
Yeah. I tried one Celsius the other day. It was pretty good. It was all right.
I like
The company Dole, their lemonade, bad.
Too bad.
0 out of 100.
Ooh.
Some of the stuff I remember, some of the first stuff I scanned was the sunscreen stuff. 'Cause that stuff,
Yeah.
you think it's
Oh,
good.
Yep.
yeah.
It's gonna be hard. It's hard to find good
suns-
sunscreen, but like it obviously gives you recommendations.
You know what
So
it said was bad that I don't know that I completely agree with is the sriracha sauce, Trader Joe's sriracha.
Oh,
It said it was 34 out of 100 because of too much sodium.
I scanned Chick-fil-A sauce,
Oh.
and it was a 24 out of 100. Too much saturated fat, calories, sugar, sodium.
I mean, like that. It can. Yes, like you can. How do I say it? it can be right and wrong. Like
Yeah.
it can have too much sodium, but as long as you're not having any other
Yeah,
sodium,
it's
it's
true.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
But
Hawaiian sweet rolls were a 7 out of 100.
yeah, but those things are so good.
Right?
yeah, because they're bad for you.
I know.
I scanned
wait.
these chocolate sandwich cookies from Walmart. 0 out of 100. Every category was bad.
Yeah, you can get very carried away, but it's
It's
kind
fun.
of cool. I kind of like it. It's cool.
Yeah, I was going crazy with it for a few days.
Yeah.
Don't mind me for a couple seconds.
Okay. You want to talk about the trivia night? How was that?
It was fun. Yeah. Should have came, but
Yeah.
you know, I get it. You gotta wake up early in the morning, I guess. But you're young, man.
Dude, I was in bed that night at like 8:15. We went, there was the thing at church, and I went to that, and I was like, this is kind of boring. But it was pretty good food. And then, yeah, like, went home, and I was like, well, I'm exhausted, and no reason to stay up. So I went to bed. And, but yeah, what was the, like,
Questions?
did they have categories? Or what were they? Or?
So this trivia doesn't. I'm trying to think if they really had like a subject going on. Not like so. Each there's 5 rounds, and then, one Juliano, if you remember correctly, like it kind of was
There wasn't really categories. I mean, there were some Christmas questions. There was like,
flower questions all about like flowers. Or something
yeah,
like that.
it was just a lot of random stuff. But it was pretty fun.
I'm trying to pull up the one I had for work because we have trivia once a month.
There
at
was
my
some
work.
like Roman
Empire?
mythology or Roman knowledge.
I will say,
um,
there's no better feeling than when you like not guess, but there's a trivia question. You're like, I think it's this, and then you get it right, and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You always need
fun,
to
though.
bring somebody who just has random knowledge,
Yeah.
like Sam.
Oh, Sam.
Yeah.
Sam has the most random knowledge.
Aunt Susie is really
Aunt
good.
Susie's really good. Oh, if we brought Aunt Susie, we would win.
Oh yeah.
I can guarantee you.
Although I will say, not about Aunt Susie, but the people that we were on the team with, they were just looking stuff up on their phone.
Oh.
Cheaters. It was like, we got 3rd place. I was like, we don't deserve this.
Yeah. No, but at the other place that we went to in Spokane, you're not allowed to have your Apple Watch on you. You're not allowed to have your phone out on the table at
Well,
all.
when we've done trivia nights with like Rita Rayner and when they used to do it, you remember that?
Oh,
Rita
yeah,
Rayner
yeah.
and Melissa or whatever, they used to host it or whatever. And they were more strict about phones
Yeah, they were.
than this place that we went to.
Oh, this place, yeah.
They were really
They don't-
strict.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, trivia nights are fun, and this one was pretty fun. And that bar that we went to was cool. They have like a what's it called? Beer pong
Beer pong
table
table.
set up.
The only problem is that they have designated spots for the cups, so you can't really like.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean,
You can't do the stoplight for your final rerun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay. I see what
But
you're
they
saying.
have a shuffleboard table.
They have a golf thing that we.
They have a
thought-
golf arcade thing that looks kind of cool.
Dang.
I think shuffleboard is that game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
But it was pretty cool, and
So-
they had a food truck outside that would serve like hamburgers and stuff, and
Dang.
decently priced too.
Hmm.
So it was good. It was pretty
How
good.
was the food? Did you have it?
Yeah, I had a hamburger. It was really good. The fries were really good too.
Nice.
Didn't even need any sauce, believe it or not.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah,
I
good amount of fries as well. Good amount.
That's cool. The Chihuahua Casino, there's a gas station right there that like is theirs, and they have a whole food area, and it's really good food. But like they will serve like hot and ready food, so I went and got a chicken sandwich, and like the first time we went there, my brother went there for lunch, and it like took like 10 minutes, so then it's ready. Okay, here you go. Have a good one. He comes out and he's like, wait, did I pay for this? I didn't pay for this. I'll be right back. So he goes inside, and there were 2 cops in there on their lunch break.
Oh,
and I was
yeah.
like, and there's cops in there. Don't let them know you tried.
That is
But-
pretty funny.
So he goes back in, and like he came out and he was like, yeah, they said they were like super grateful. They're like, no one ever does that, which I'm like, change how you do it then.
Yeah,
If you take people's payment after the food and most people just leave, then change the way you operate.
That's wild.
But so they like were so grateful. They're like something like you can get a free drink, but he had already paid for one. So then she grabs a punch card and writes like free drink next time you come. And then there was also something where like if you get gas, you get a free drink or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
Super nice. So then I was like, I kind of want to try their chicken sandwich. So I got it this week, and I went there a little bit earlier than like they didn't have food quite ready.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, if you grab one of those out of the warmer behind you, I'll just dress it with like lettuce, tomato, onions, all that. And so he does that. And then I was like, can I get like fries or something for a side? He's like, fries will be a few minutes, but you can get the JoJo's. Those are ready. So I do that. And then he says, with the JoJo's, you get a free drink.
Oh, nice.
So I get a free drink. And while I was waiting there for the sandwich, the other lady, she says, you want a donut? You want a free donut? And I was like, sure. And she was
Nice.
like, we got these. And so I got one of those. And then he brings over the JoJo's, and it's like a huge box,
Oh yeah.
which I didn't have any of until that night.
Dang.
I had a few,
That
but
sounds
it was a
good.
lot.
Dude, all this food
Their
talk.
chicken sandwich was good. And then, like, so I come out, and I'm like, they're so nice. Like, I got a free this, I got a free that.
Dang.
And
That's cool.
and then I think, like, then later that day, my brother was like, okay, I'm going to go get my free soda. So he goes in to get his free soda and comes out. He's like, I got a free donut, too. Like,
Nice.
what is going on?
That's pretty cool.
But they're super nice there.
yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's, I don't know. I guess it's like, well, they are attached to the casino and they make a ton of money. So they're like,
Might as well just give it out.
yeah, might as well just give it back.
That's cool.
They also might have like seen us working there, and they're like, they're here a lot, whatever.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Have you? This is really random, like off topic, but I want to ask you, Pat, because you go to a lot of concerts. Have you been to any concerts at Nashville North?
No, I've never been to
There's
Nashville.
you haven't?
there's concerts at Nashville
Yeah.
North.
It's mainly country concerts, but
Yeah.
we went to one. Veronica and I did.
How big
yeah.
is that?
It's
Nashville
not
North?
that
Yeah.
big. I mean,
It's
it's
not- I
big,
mean,
but
it's-
it's.
You can fit a good amount.
Bigger
of
than
people
the
in
Knitting
there.
Factory?
Do they put?
No,
Okay.
Do they
definitely
put
smaller.
seats in there?
No, you stand.
You
it's a
stand the
there's
whole
a stand,
time?
You standing where the dancing place, and there's, all the seats. Have you been to Nashville North?
Yeah, I've been there once.
Yeah, so all the stuff that's on the side, you can still sit there if you want.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd imagine if it's a concert, people like it's packed probably.
it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty packed. I forgot who we. Veronica's gonna be really mad that I don't remember.
Is she a
something
country
brother.
music
Yeah.
nerd?
Country music nerd. She she
Dwindles?
No, not
Dabbles.
dwindles. Dabbles.
Yeah.
Not dwindles.
She dwindles.
She dwindles over in that area. No. Shoot. What is something brothers?
Avett Brothers?
Jonas Brothers.
No, not the Jonas Brothers, and it wasn't the Avett Brothers either. Maybe it was
the
Avett
Kelsey Brothers.
No, not the Kelsey Brothers. If Travis was there, I would remember. Or Jason.
I think I like Jason better than Travis.
I think I do too.
Yeah, Travis, I don't love.
He's well, Pat. We know you.
We know you don't like.
Travis.
We know you don't like Travis. Okay. You can. You don't have
What
to
does that
hide it.
mean?
You don't like Taylor Swift.
Oh,
you
yeah.
hate Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I would say you have a deep, deep dislike for Taylor
That's-
Swift.
That's a start. That's a good start.
Okay, this guy hates Taylor Swift.
Are you looking it up?
No.
He's
Oh,
just
the
on
brothers.
his phone again.
No, I was. Well, I was trying to see if I can. I was texting Veronica to see what.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of, what?
What's up?
I was just gonna say, speaking of on your phone, I'm gonna be on mine.
Oh. I no, with a trivia night, Veronica texted me and she was like, said something like, quit acting like you're way younger than me, or act my age or something. And it was something that made me go, huh, how old is Veronica? Because she's posing it as she's old, like way older than
Okay,
us.
so she always says that she's like super old. She's not. Okay.
She's just 35. Okay.
she's just
kidding.
Look, she's
cougar.
she's 3 years older than me.
Oh, that's nothing.
I know.
She made me think like 28, 29. And I was like, I don't think she's 28 or 29, but that's what she's
She's
like,
27.
27.
made it. Yeah, close.
That's
But
funny.
no, she always is like, I'm an old lady. You're dating an old lady.
That's funny.
3 years.
Yeah.
That's pretty
Well,
funny.
yeah. So I don't
Ridiculous.
know.
That's funny.
All right. I made a steak the other day.
Did you?
Pretty Good.
How'd you do it?
Nice job, dude.
How did I do it? I think it was just butter and salt and pepper and
That's all you need.
on the stove. I didn't grill it. It was on the stove top.
Okay.
But yeah, I want to start like cooking meats more and stuff and dabbling in that world.
Dude,
But it was a good steak.
nice job.
It was a good steak.
I could go for a steak right
dude,
now.
I know, I'm so hungry. But
Dang.
yeah, I want to start making some meats.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything really special to it, other than the fact of just splashing it with the sauce. While it's in
Oh,
there.
yeah,
Just
yeah.
doing all that. Not
Dang.
that people who cook steak are
Sorry.
like.
Yeah. No, you see something on your phone?
Sorry.
Share it.
I was
No.
finding the concert.
Okay.
Brothers Osborne.
Oh, they went to National North.
Yeah.
They're like pretty big,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, they just won either nominated or won an award at the.
Yeah, they're huge.
How can everybody fit in
What?
National Mall?
That's crazy. They're just like, we want to play small bars.
With the special guest Joe. It's not a small bar.
It's a bit.
It's a
bigger,
bar, though.
It's bigger for a bar, but I'm surprised.
still a bar.
I'm surprised they have concerts.
Yeah.
In there, it's a dancing bar. Like they have a huge dance floor.
Yeah.
They have pool tables. They have a outside area for like the
And they, used to have
summertime.
they also have a taco truck in the back too there.
Well, they didn't when I was there, but because I went in the winter.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Tacos don't exist then.
yeah, gosh, but no, it's a bigger place.
Mm-hmm. It's bigger than
It's
it's bigger than any. It's like Plastic Pub's big, but that's not really a bar. Would you consider that a bar?
Yeah,
Okay, so then
Yeah.
smaller. It's
I think it's about this big. It's bigger than Plastic Pub.
What's the word for?
It's smaller than Plastic Pub.
Yeah, I've never been there, but I think so.
I think it's bigger.
Plastic Pub is big.
No, Plastic Pub is big. It's smaller than Plastic Pub, but it's pretty big for a bar, like a bar area. You'll have to go sometime.
It's one of the bigger bars I've seen, but it definitely would be the smallest concert venue I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, right.
I was surprised that. So I guess if you know who they are, because I didn't know who Brothers Osborne was.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Don't they have a
Do you-
really big song?
Do you know? Do you know of their songs?
Let's see. I have 2 songs saved.
Okay.
I Don't Remember Me. Pushing Up Daisies. Oh, Pushing Up Daisies I'm familiar with. That's about it.
Brothers.
But yeah, they're huge. They're big.
Their concerts. So I guess it's a thing. They have concerts on Wednesdays usually, and they're called White Claw concerts.
White Claw
So
concerts.
they sell buckets of White Claw.
Jeez.
And so
Dang.
not big buckets, but small.
That would
ones.
not
yeah.
get me to go. I'll be honest.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of White Claws.
I'm not seltzers anymore, really.
Nah.
Yeah, me
I
either.
was telling Veronica the other day. I was like, I'm kind of on a mixed drink kick right now.
Mixed drinks are good.
I love mixed drinks. I like ciders still.
Ciders are
I'm
good.
kind of getting out of ciders. I mean, I like
Really?
ciders. I just
Prefer mixed drinks.
like getting the specialty drinks when you go somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think ciders are out definitely for me. But Blue Moons are where it's at right now
Ooh.
for me. I like Blue Moon.
Evolving.
Yep.
Oh, tough.
What's
Nick
tough?
Mullins threw a pick in the red zone.
Oh, thank goodness.
Should have done a
Jamar Chase was in the red zone, so
Nice, yeah.
You mean Justin Jefferson?
sorry, just Jefferson was in the red zone.
Jamar Chase.
I can't think of they're all the same player.
They're all the same. Did we want to do that movies thing?
I didn't
I didn't do it
because
I
I
did
thought
the shows.
yeah.
Did we do the shows off the podcast though? I think it was off the podcast.
I think I know I mentioned 5 of my shows and then was like, maybe this 6th
Oh,
one.
okay. And then Juliano.
And then
said
he
I-
was like,
Yeah, I mentioned something as well.
yeah.
that.
So we haven't done movies, but we also haven't written down movies.
All right, write down so we do it next time
Okay.
because
okay.
we
I'll
promised
put-
the people.
I'll put it
We
in
would do
my
it next
episode
time.
16
Which
notes.
also I was just
6
thinking
movies.
about. I don't know if I'll be here the next time we record
Why?
What's that?
because I'm going to be in Colorado.
yeah.
Colorado.
Well,
How long are
Actually,
you
no,
gone?
I'll be coming back from
we
Colorado.
have 2 weeks to record. We
So-
can record one early.
No, so I come back on Saturday. So I guess technically I would be here. It'll be that morning of, but there's that party.
Are you
The
gone
Great
next?
Gatsby.
Are you gone next
Are you gonna
Saturday?
go to that?
Are
There's
you?
that- so much going on right now. One person at a time?
You go first.
I'm gone. I leave next Friday, but then I'm
22nd.
gone until the Friday following. So I'm gone for a week. So we could record Saturday still.
Oh,
So
okay.
this coming Friday.
The
This
30th.
coming Saturday, you'll be here.
The 23rd.
I won't be here the
No.
23rd.
He leaves the 22nd,
I leave the 22nd.
comes back 29th.
No, or yeah, 20,
So then we're gonna record Saturday.
We could record Saturday the 30th.
Yeah.
Which is the normal
technically we
scheduling.
could.
Yeah.
Normally scheduled.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
Yeah, I leave the 22nd and I come back the 29th at night, and then the 30th we could record in the morning, but there's also
Okay.
the Great Gatsby party that Brianna is doing at
Yeah.
the Clover Mansion again.
Yeah. So, that party is. Are you guys dressing up? Because isn't it like 1920s themed?
I'm not going.
So
Okay. I was not gonna go.
you should go,
Because
but it's also not hard to dress up as that because all you have to do is wear a suit
Mm-hmm.
I
or a
also
vest.
don't have to dress up,
You don't have to dress up.
That's the
but
whole point of the trip.
which is why I wasn't gonna go.
Gotcha.
you don't.
Because last year it was this big thing, and it was like greatly frowned upon that you didn't dress up. Granted, I dressed up last year,
You
but
did.
there were some that didn't, and I got the vibe that it was like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? And then this year I was like, if everyone's dressing up, I won't go because I'm not gonna dress up.
It's really not
And-
hard to dress up as a 1920s person.
Yeah. But I could also just wear a suit and be like,
Dude,
Get
that's
off
that's
my
it. There you go.
That
coattails.
literally is the
That is
19
1920s.
yeah, I mean, I don't have like that color suit or whatever. Like your tan suit could fly.
That probably would work. Yeah.
I have like a blue suit from your wedding and a black suit from graduation.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, I'm probably not gonna go. I don't know. I haven't
Here,
decided
you
yet.
see this one right there?
Yeah, there you go.
That can be you.
I just need a vest.
You don't, yeah. If you don't want, honestly, if you don't want to go, don't go. I'm not going.
Why?
How come you're not gonna go?
Because
Say it on the podcast for the whole world.
I don't know if we want to
Too much
spend
peer
$90
pressure.
to go to a party.
Yeah, it is a lot. That was my thought too.
It is. I mean,
I think last.
I know
year's-
it'll be fun,
Mhm.
but yeah, I don't know if we want to spend.
If it was because last year she
and
had
Celine
talked
can't
about
drink, so
true. Last year she had talked about doing a murder mystery, like party. Obviously this
Oh,
year's
yeah.
1920s. If it was a murder mystery, would you go?
Yes.
maybe yeah, that sounds pretty fun.
Absolutely.
Not that this party doesn't.
I would have
sound
gone
fun.
twice.
What?
I would have gone twice. to the murder mystery.
Wow.
Yeah.
Murder
You
mysteries.
Would have made a
Would've gone-
clone.
Murder mysteries are fun, but yeah, I mean, I think it just comes to like I don't really want to spend $90 to
True,
go
true.
to a party. So
Yeah, I was like, this is a lot of money to spend, and then you haven't even bought anything. Like you
Yeah.
bought your ticket to get in, but then if you want to buy drinks or whatever,
yeah.
that's all separate.
So, but I mean, I think it'll be a fun party.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's cool that she does it every year. I mean, that'd be cool if this was like a thing that goes on that she does.
But I think she's only gonna do it if a lot of people keep coming.
Well, yeah, because I know it's probably a ton of money on her end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
because she could be in the hole one year. If
Yeah.
She could be in the hole this year. It seems like a lot of people aren't going already.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Like Sam and Dominique aren't going.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if Jordan was on the fence about going.
Really?
Yeah.
That's shocking.
But then he was. Oh,
She
guess
begged him,
I'll say his.
probably.
I'll save his comments for off the podcast.
She probably like begged him to go.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No. You go if you have something.
I got I installed a what is it? Reverse osmosis machine underneath our sink, which it is supposed to be for on top of the counter, but we skipped the step where you drill a hole into your countertop
Yeah.
because I didn't want to do that. So we
call.
just put it under the sink, but installed the reverse osmosis machine, so we have that. So our houses are better than your houses.
What's an
Thank you very
osmosis reverse machine?
Don't ask me.
You don't even know what it does?
It's supposed to be really helpful, like healthy for your. It's supposed to be better than regular water and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's just a way of filtering water and stuff,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be healthy for you. I don't know all the science behind it. Let's see. Reverse osmosis, a procedure by which a solvent passes through a porous membrane in the direction opposite to that for natural osmosis when subjected to a hydrostatic pressure greater than osmotic pressure.
Okay.
So obviously,
A lot of osmosis
that's-
stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
don't know. I really don't know what it does, but Celine said it
Celine
was
wanted
healthy.
it. You're like, got it.
I installed it, but it's been sitting in our house for like 3 or 4 months uninstalled. So I finally got around to doing
Nice.
it.
Dang. I saw you put in a Ring doorbell.
Yeah, we put in a Ring
I
doorbell.
made
as
fire
well.
noises up to it when I walked up to it.
Dude. I did too.
Nice.
Except I actually farted.
Oh.
Yeah.
I told him, I was like, if this was a little lower or my butthole was a little higher, you would have heard me fart.
Nice. But yeah, sometimes so it like is connected to our Wi-Fi because that's how it works and everything. And our Wi-Fi is not the greatest, and it sometimes goes out. So like it'll pop up with a video, or like it'll notify me and be like, a video is not available because the Ring camera got disconnected. And I was like, great. So,
That's interesting because I had the same Wi-Fi as you guys, the same modem, and I never had
I
problems.
think the modem is fine. It's our plan
Yeah.
because we have like a $25 plan, which sounds expensive, but
I feel like that's the cheapest
it's
one.
the cheapest one. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I have beef with Wi-Fi. Oh, you
Yeah.
know, I also have beef with
Beef.
with our utility bill, or no, our City of Spokane bill for water and
Yeah.
sewage and all that. It's like we're paying. I'd have to look at the exact wordage, or I'd have to look at the bill for the exact wordage, but it says like you have to pay for the pipes that are in the ground already. It's
Mhm.
like you have to pay a service, or not a service fee, but just a fee. And it's like, why do we have to pay for this? They're already in the
existing.
ground. And then we have to pay for the building or whatever, like the some building downtown or something like that. I don't know,
Oh.
all this stupid stuff. And it's like, isn't that what our taxes are for?
Yeah, right.
And it's just like all these extra.
It's like
charges.
everyone else has already paid that. I'm sure it's covered,
Yeah, it's just like
but
all these stupid charges.
yeah,
I have beef.
taxes, man.
Yeah.
Welcome to homeowner life. And
Yeah.
Is there any like sports stuff you guys want to talk about? I mean, we talked kind of just about fantasy. but-
Is this all boring? You just want to go back to sports, Gianluca?
No, I'm just saying there's some big stuff like football, baseball stuff.
I don't have any baseball stuff.
Oh, baseball's frustrating right now because the Mariners are stupid. That's all I,
I
have
know
to
the
say.
the Mariners. Or what about Shohei Otani's contract?
Okay, that's insane. $700 million over 10 years, but he deferred. Like he'll get paid $70 million a year for the next 10 years, but he deferred all of it except $2 million. So for the next 10 years, he's gonna make $2 million a year. Then after 10 years, he's gonna make $68 million a year for the
Yeah.
next 10 years. Which, when it's all said and done, he lives in California, so much of that is going to taxes. So after taxes and interest rate, or not interest rates, but inflation over that 20 years, it's only going to net like half of what it was when he signed. But it's dumb because they're going to be such a juggernaut because he was like, oh yeah, here's a $70 million a year, but I only want $2 million a year so you can go and pay all these other players. And they're just going to build
think
an
it's smart.
unstoppable team.
It's super,
it
it
is.
is super smart, but that's the thing because athletes don't think about doing that because they're greedy.
Exactly.
And they
And-
want to be paid according to how they are. But then they get mad when they don't win a championship. But
They're the only star on the team because they can't
Yes.
afford anyone else.
exactly, that's why it's smart because people
It's super smart.
Yes.
But it's also frustrating because, like, being a Mariners fan, it's like, why couldn't the Mariners do that? They probably could have easily done that. Like, any team would have been like, yeah, we'll do it. I'm sure.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was a matter of where he wanted to live. The Giants had the exact same offer on the table. And I told Thomas, who's a San Francisco Giants fan, and he's like, that's so upsetting. Because he's
Yeah.
like, we could have got him.
or like everybody who thought that he was going to the Rays.
Rays or the Blue Jays were in
or
it
maybe
for
it
a
was the Blue Jays
minute.
or something. Because then somebody's like, oh, he's in Toronto or
Oh,
something like that.
I know. Rumors. Every single day there was a new update. It was
But
frustrating.
That's what ticks me off about athletes when
Yep.
they want this big contract and then they're like, the team can't sign players or they're not very good because they can't sign anybody because you're
Yeah.
taking up half the freaking
Yep.
salary cap. It's
Yep.
like,
And in baseball, there's no salary cap.
yeah,
There's no salary
No.
cap.
there's soccer. There's no salary cap.
Yeah.
That's why the same teams always remain on top.
Yeah. It's insane. And it makes me want to be like a professional football player just so I could be like, no, pay me $5 million a year, even though I'm like
Pay
the
me
best there is.
$30 an hour.
And
Even though
go
I'm the
on.
best in my position.
Like that's why Tom Brady was so good.
Yeah, because he kept taking pay cuts.
Yep. So he was like offensive line. Give it to them.
Yeah, that's why it
you know?
just doesn't make sense. Like if you're a quarterback, like take like a team friendly deal, maybe just get paid $10 million or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Like this Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts.
like why are you getting a
50
massive
million.
freaking contract? Like the other thing that's stupid is they wait for other quarterbacks to sign their contract,
Yep.
so it becomes a waiting game, and then they're
And then they can be the highest paid.
in
And then,
NFL history.
'cause, like,
the amount of times you hear it in the offseason, this person's the highest paid
I know.
player in NFL history.
I've heard that like new record for the highest paid the last 3 years.
Yeah, because
Oh,
the money keeps growing. So
Like who's up next for a contract? It's probably Josh Allen or something. Like
I don't remember who
It's not Joe
exactly.
Burrow. It's not Jalen Hurts. It's not Patrick Mahomes. He's the highest paid now. He
Is
just
he?
signed like a 56 or 57 million.
Well, Brock Purdy's gonna sign a pretty big contract when he goes.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think is going to win the Super Bowl?
Um,
I think it's 49ers.
If the 49ers stay healthy, I think this year is finally the 49ers year.
I think the
Yeah.
Super Bowl will be the Niners and the
Ravens.
Ravens.
The thing is,
I don't
when
think
the-
it's. I don't think it's the
so
Chiefs.
the 40. Okay, so hold,
Not the
not the
Chiefs.
Chiefs. The 49ers and the Ravens play in a couple. I think it's next week. I think it's a Monday night game,
Wow.
which will actually be a really good game.
Yeah.
But I think the Ravens are a really good team, but they have suffered so many injuries that I don't know. I think just the 49ers are so good this year.
49ers are complete.
Yeah.
All around complete.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
It's finally their year.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty clear, at least in my head, that it's the 49ers because they just have so many weapons.
They're unstoppable.
Especially if everybody's playing like at their hardest, at their
Yeah.
like, you know, they're so focused in because like in a Super Bowl game, like everybody's playing their best. The coaches are pulling off all the stunts or whatever, you know, and
Mhm.
stuff, and it's just. Yeah.
I just can't wait for them to have to end up paying all these people
Uh-huh.
because
This is their year.
because they have the defensive line to do it. They have a pretty good, linebacker core and some good DBs, but then their offense is the strength of their team. And it's like Christian McCaffrey is the MVP of that team.
Uh-huh.
It should not be Brock Purdy.
No, it's not.
because with Christian McCaffrey out, the offense does not run very well.
Yep.
Debo, and also their 3-game losing streak. I mean, technically their 3-game losing streak was because Debo and Trent Williams were both out. So like, then their offensive line wasn't as good. But that's the thing, their offensive line's all right. It's not as good as in recent years, but because their offense is so good, because they have weapons. Like
Yeah.
George Kittle's really good. Like you have weapons everywhere. You have Debo
Yeah.
and Brandon Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey
Yeah.
and
And
George
George
Kittle.
Yep.
And then you just have a competent quarterback who doesn't turn the
Literally.
ball over
Yeah.
because Jimmy Garoppolo was the one holding back that team
Oh, yeah.
because he would turn the ball over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this is their year because if they don't do it this year, then it's like, well, now we got to pay people. Then you got to move on from some people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's crazy. It makes me upset because
They're in our division, and it's
so
the 49ers.
You know what you need?
annoying.
Because you need Christian McCaffrey on your team. That'll make you like the 49ers.
That'll make it a little bit less.
A little, yeah.
It makes it sad though. Once playoffs start in real life, you're like, man, football is not as exciting
I know.
because fantasy's over. so
Fantasy's
you're like-
over, and you're like, we have a few more weeks of this,
and
then
the
it's
Seahawks
back
are
to-
gone, so it's like depressing.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen the graphic, the memes? It's the Super Bowl logo for every
Oh,
year, and the two colors in the logo are the two teams, and it's been right the last few years. And this year it's a purple and red logo,
Ravens
Niners, and someone's like, if this is true, then I'm
Wait,
just
the logo?
yeah, like the LV, that logo for the Super Bowl
Oh, yeah.
has. Or I'll look it up. Like the colors have been, because last year it was Chiefs Eagles, and those colors were those teams. Super Bowl logo. Yeah, purple and red.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I see it.
And like,
Oh,
if you look
interesting.
up the last few years, they're all correct on the teams that end up playing in the Super Bowl.
Kind of interesting.
Right.
That's a theory right there. That's a conspiracy theory.
But I was thinking about the AFC. Obviously the Chiefs aren't in it. The Eagles have their problems. Ravens are like the best team, but are they the best
The Eagles
team?
are NFC.
Eagles are NFC. If you're the Bills, you're like, hey, we have a healthy team. We have a healthy quarterback. We're all there. Like, this is our year. We don't have to fight the Bengals. We don't have to
I
fight the
know,
Chiefs.
but I don't think they make it.
I don't think so either.
But if they can pull it together in the next few weeks and sneak into a wild card spot and, make the playoffs, and then, like, they have way less teams standing in their way than they do every year. And it's like, in my eyes, if they can't do it this year without having to fight Joe Burrow and
Yeah.
the Chiefs, then will they ever be able to with this
Low-key,
team?
Low key, I think the Broncos could somehow sneak away to
I do
the
too.
Super Bowl, because think about this. Their offense has been clicking. They actually have a pretty good offensive line as of they've been playing really good lately. The defense has completely turned it around. And they've already beat the Chiefs once, they split the series. They beat the Bills. They're shutting down teams. They're winning the Seahawk way, which is probably the most frustrating thing because they're winning how the Seahawks used to win.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. It's
Russell Wilson's playing good. The only problem is like that's just Cortland Sutton you have to worry about,
Yeah.
and then Russell's been doing pretty good. So it's like, and you have Sean Payton, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I could see that, but the Bills I don't think would win it because their defense is kind of trash, and besides Stephon Diggs, you don't have anyone else to worry about on the offense.
Yeah.
Really, they don't really have a running game. So I don't know. I just don't think the Bills are as good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this year.
This was their year.
I think NFL teams in general aren't as good this year, even though you have.
There's been a ton of injuries.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
yeah, that too.
I started making a list of all the quarterbacks that have gone down. It's insane.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it really is.
Like they set a record a few weeks ago with the most backup quarterbacks starting, and I feel like
It's got to be more now.
we've passed it since then.
Yeah.
How do you think Drew Lock played?
I think he started off playing really well, and then he came in and had to win the game, and
then
that's when he had the turnovers. But
although the second one's not
Pretty
really his
well.
fault because he got he got hit he got tipped as he threw it, which people were mad about the DK Metcalf like when he got ejected. But I was like, that's not even DK's fault. That was
the dude had a cheap hit from him from behind on his neck, which he broke in college.
Yeah.
So I would be pissed too.
But then also like when he did the suplex thing or whatever, DK was like tackling him, even though he got rid of the ball because he's like trying
Yeah,
to,
exactly.
He
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
rid of the ball and been like
They
people
weren't.
People don't like DK. I
Yeah.
like him. I think we should keep him on the
Yeah.
team.
if you want to trade DK,
man,
Yeah.
keep DK and keep Jordan or JSN.
Yeah. It's frustrating because they they didn't talk at all about the first hit on DK.
Yeah,
They just showed him throwing down Fred Warner or whoever it was, or
it was Fred Warner.
yeah, and then the other guy that got ejected, the backup cornerback that was on him.
They didn't even throw it. Oh yeah. What's funny is there was but if you look back on the replay, he goes up and totally punches Jake Bobo.
Oh,
the Fred Warner.
No, the number 2 Lenore or whatever.
Lenore.
Oh,
the
yeah.
guy that got thrown out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Totally punched Jake Bobo on the side.
Dude, nobody touches Jake Bobo.
Yeah,
I know,
touched Jake
right?
Bobo.
That hits a nerve. That's
Yeah.
something.
Hey,
That's-
you can mess with DK, but not Jake Bobo. Okay?
Don't mess with Jake Bobo, okay? That's my guy. Okay.
That's very
We're
funny.
seeing the Wonka movie later.
Yeah, seeing the Wonka movie.
nice.
Um,
I think someone posted and was like, "This is weird movie." So let me know how it is.
Yeah. Oh, we'll letterbox it. I'll letterbox
Oh,
it.
this guy with his letterbox.
we'll see. I letterboxed the movie. Iron Man. First Iron Man.
Oh, did you?
Watch it. I think
Why didn't John Luca get a notification?
why
and
did
talk
I get
about
a
it?
you
Notification.
messaged me, John Luca.
I know, but I didn't see it pop
Or
on
maybe,
anything.
maybe
I
it
wonder if you did
wasn't
right.
Iron Man. It
Did
was a
you
different
log it?
movie. Yes, I logged it. Maybe it was Jingle Jangle.
Oh, yeah, that's
dude,
right.
That's
That's
the
what it
movie I watched.
That's the movie. Oh, yeah. So did you?
Dude, I liked Jingle Jangle.
Okay.
It has the Greatest Showman vibe
Oh.
and stuff, and I honestly could see the Mount doing it as a play in the next couple of years. Or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, because there's okay, so it's not the greatest movie plot wise or whatever,
Or Chris-
but it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
oh,
I know it's a
100%.
Christmas movie.
100% a Christmas movie. It's pretty fun to watch though. I liked it.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Interesting.
it's a they sing a lot. There's a lot of dancing in it or whatever. It's clean movie
Yeah.
or whatever.
Is it funny? Isn't Keegan?
Keegan-
Michael Murphy
yeah.
is
Keegan, whatever his name
Keegan
is.
Michael Key.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, he's in it. Yeah. So
Interesting. Chicken Run 2 came out.
Chicken
today.
Run 2.
I gotta watch that.
What's
Yeah.
Chicken Run?
You remember Chicken
It's
Run?
the second
movie?
one of
The
Chicken-
animated?
No.
Chicken Run movie?
Chicken
I
Run.
feel like you know what Chicken Run is. You just can't think
Yeah,
of it.
you do. You
Is it-
absolutely
is
do.
it an
Juliano.
old thing?
Yeah, it came out. It came out 2003. Chicken
Yeah.
Run did, and then the second one just came out yesterday. It came out to streaming. To
Oh
Netflix.
yeah.
I want to watch it.
That is funny, dude. I haven't
I-
seen that in so long.
I know.
I need to go through and watch all the Christmas movies that we rated on Rankaholics a year or two ago.
Oh, yeah.
Watch them again to refresh, and then also rate them on Letterboxd.
Have you watched Klaus yet?
No, that's my
Oh.
favorite
Jordan
Christmas
watched it.
movie.
That's
I know you
probably
watched
it.
it. I love
Klaus
Klaus.
is so good.
I love Klaus. I can't wait to have kids and show them Klaus. Be like, how awesome is this movie?
Yeah.
Let's see. There's
gonna watch
I watched a couple
tonight.
movies this year. Watched Christmas Chronicles. Not as good.
Hmm.
It's basically just Santa Claus all over again.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Dude. Yeah, next Christmas movie I'm gonna watch is Klaus.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to watch Jingle
I'm basically
Jangle.
in it. Okay.
Why?
Oh, because the
Oh,
poster.
man.
Mailman. I want to watch Jingle Jingle. I remember when it came out, but thinking it would look cheesy.
Dude, there's there's a machine in the thing called the Jangulator.
Oh my gosh.
It's just
It's just funny.
it's the name is funny.
Yeah, that's nothing.
Yeah,
Else.
gosh. Nothing else to say
Dude,
about
Klaus is the perfect mix between funny and heartwarming. It is
Oh yes.
right there.
A lot of funny jokes. That's yeah.
that. I could just
100%.
sip some hot cocoa.
And watch Klaus.
Oh.
Man.
Honestly, we should, you know what, guys? We should do a draft or something, like movies that you'll never get tired of.
National Treasure.
Klaus.
I
I need to watch National Treasure again.
Dude, National Treasure.
I need to find this
That is-
killer device.
Yeah.
Well, killer device. All right. Are we wrapped up here?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Have a good
Bye.
one. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.